Hello, third grade students. I'm so excited to have all of you joining me for your online music lessons. I am Mr. Yava, and I'm the music teacher here at Fort Georgian School. And I'm really excited to have a bunch of you from last year as second graders, but also a bunch of you that are from other schools joining us online this year. So I'm really excited to meet all of you and to get to work with all of you and share some musical ideas and try some experiments for some music online. I'm here in the Fort Georgian's music classroom, and I hope that you can find a space in your house or wherever you're doing lessons that's kind of like this. You'll need a little bit of space to move around safely. So if you've got, we will be doing some active things, so get a space where you can move around for some of our activities. Also, if you can find a space that is a little bit quiet so that you can make sounds and do some singing and play some instruments without distracting anyone else or getting distracted yourself, that would be perfect as well. So how is online music going to work this year? That's a really good question. Most of the time, we'll do kind of a video lesson sort of like this 2 times a week. It'll be really short, give you an activity to do and some things to practice, and then there will be a chance afterward to either try it on your own, practice a little bit, or maybe some follow-up activities as well. How are we going to do music at home? This will be interesting. Here at the music room, I've got a bunch of instruments available. For example, I've got my ukulele here. Or I have a drum here that I could play some music on. And there's all sorts of other instruments. I've got a xylophone over here and a piano behind me and anything. But you might be saying to yourself at home, Mr. Yava, how am I going to do music at home? I don't have any instruments here. But you do actually. Believe it or not, everywhere you go, you have at least 2 instruments with you. You have your voice as an instrument, and you have your body as an instrument. And we're going to start off by using a little bit of both of those today. So first you might ask, how can we use our body to make music, Mr. Yava? That's a little confusing. Well, music really is just any sound that is organized into patterns. So we can make sounds with our body. We can clap. Try that. Yeah, and if you want to get a really nice loud clap without slapping your hands too hard, cup your hands a little bit. Or we can pat different parts of our body, like our knees. Try that. We can stomp our feet. Or we could snap our fingers. Those are just a few examples of the many ways. Let's try putting those into some patterns. You'll need to stand up like I'm doing and try these after me. I'll do my turn, then your turn. I'll do a pattern first. You can copy it back. Let's see how you do. Try this one. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, 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 clap. Stomp, 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 stomp. Stomp, 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 stomp. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. Snap, 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 snap. Now, I always tell students, if you can't actually snap yet, don't worry about it. Just fake it till you make it. You can practice and pretend that you're doing it, and eventually, as you get better at it, you'll be able to make some sound. But fake it till you make it, just pretend. Snap, 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 snap. Okay, I'm not going to say the patterns anymore, I'm just going to do them. So watch carefully and see if you can copy after me. My turn, your turn. That was a tricky one there. Let's try a few with snaps. Again, just pretend if you can't do it yet. Thanks. Keep practicing that body percussion. Now, how about using our voice as an instrument? Well, that should be pretty obvious. We can always sing, and that's musical, but really making any sounds with our voice in some sort of patterned way, again, would be music. Today, we're just going to get used to doing some sounds for singing by making some silly noises. Your vocal muscles in here are just like any other muscles for sports or for athletics. You've got to warm them up to use them. So we're going to do some sounds to kind of get used to warming up our voices. They're really silly. Don't worry, nobody's going to care if you're making silly noises at home. I'll do one and see if you can copy it as best as you can. How about yummy? Or ah. Yeah. Notice I'm using a lot of air for each of these, going high and low. See if you can do that with yours. How about yoo-hoo? Or cuckoo. Try that one a little bit higher. Cuckoo. Or a little lower. Cuckoo. How about a cowboy? Yee-haw! All of those are sounds you can make with your voice to get us ready for singing. We'll start doing a couple singing songs next week. The final thing for today's short lesson is I also need a way to get to know all of you and to meet all of you, especially if I've never met you before. And one way we're going to do that is through an easy website to use called FlipGrid. Some of you have probably used it before. For FlipGrid, you just have to use your school logon to get to it, and from there you can record a short video to show me something. Today, for this lesson, all I want you to do is say hello and maybe say one song that you've been listening to that you really like, or maybe even singing along to. You could share those with us, and I'll be able to watch them and hear how you're doing at home. In case you're not familiar with FlipGrid, here's a quick tutorial of how to get to the page and how to record a video to share with me and the others. To get to FlipGrid from our lesson form here, just below our video, there is this link. If you click on this link, it should open FlipGrid in a new tab and take you directly to our 3rd grade channel. Now, if you're using FlipGrid, I recommend using either Google Chrome or Firefox as a browser. Sometimes using Safari causes some issues with the camera and all of that, so I'd recommend using Chrome if you have the option. So I'll open it up in Chrome. It should take you to this. If you're not already logged in, you need to join with your Microsoft ID, and of course that is your student account, your name at helenastudent.org. So go ahead and sign in with that. Once you're signed in, you should see our topic. It says 3rd grade music introductions. Hi 3rd grade DLI students, I want to get to know you. In your video, please tell me your name and one of your favorite songs to listen to or sing. You can watch my video that I made over here. And when you're ready, you can record a response here. You can click on that red button, or down below there's a big red button with the camera. When you click on it, it will load the camera. Step 1 is to record. You have 1 minute for this video, and it says this topic is moderated. That means that Mr. Yava will get to watch it before anyone else does and make sure everything worked fine. So when you're ready to record, you hit the red button here. I paused it here, and if I want to record more, I can click this button again. Or if I don't like what I did and I want to start over, I can click redo on this side. But if I'm ready and I like what I've got, we'll click next on the right side. Now it's time to review. Like I said, it'll keep playing back your video to see if you like it. You can hit pause. You can add more video footage if you didn't get what you needed. But if you like it, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy, you can hit Next. Then the last step is to take a selfie. The selfie is just a picture that's going to be the cover to your video. So you can strike a pose, do something silly. I don't care, just smile for the camera. After you've taken your selfie, you can add some effects if you want to, like stickers and emojis and text. That's not important, that's just for fun. If you want to redo, you can click over here. But if you're done, you can hit Next and it will upload your video and you're all ready to share it with me and the rest of the class.